folks, and welcome to my channel, A Country Life. I'm Jennifer, and today I'm going to take you on a walk around our cranberry marsh. I don't have anything mapped out as to what I'm going to say or anything. I'm just going to go for a little walk. I've got Joseph here with me, and he's going to help be the tour guide, and we're just going to walk around, and when I feel moved to tell you something that I find interesting, I'm just going to tell you. So I better put on my sunglasses because it is a sunny day. It's just beautiful here today. It's upper 70s, I think. The sky is just gorgeous. Just a beautiful, beautiful day here in Wisconsin. So come along. So Joseph, he already ditched me. Dad's working on building a deer grate, or otherwise some people would call them a cattle grate on a big ranch or something. But here we just need to keep the deer out. So he heard Dad pounding on that and he took off. So it's just you and I today. I just need to find a good place for walking in. Here's just a nice up close, oh, the deer flies. Nice up close look at the cranberries right now. It's the last full week of July, so they are sizing nicely and just getting a little bit of a sun blush on them, as you can kind of see there, I hope. It's so sunny it's hard for me to even see my screen here today. So these vines here, they bloomed back in June and the early parts of July, and just started to set fruit. And as they set fruit, they start out really tiny. Maybe you can see that little one right there, even tinier. They start as pinheads, and they're just the prettiest yellow-green. And then they just gradually size and size. Water is really important to them at this point. I mean, obviously, if you've grown a garden, you know how water at just the right times is just so important. Water at this point is something that Warren is always concerned about. We're in just a little bit of a dry pattern over the last maybe four-ish days here, and it looks like we're not going to get rain for a few more days. There's just a little scan down this cranberry bed. I think this bed that I'm standing in is about, I think it's over 2 acres. Cranberries need water about an inch a week, I believe. You can see the irrigation pipe that we have in there. That comes out in the fall and gets put back in the spring. So something else that Warren has to really watch carefully besides the water is the insect pressure. There's a lot of insects that like to chew on cranberry leaves, on cranberry, on little pinheads and whatnot, or you know, the little cranberry pinheads. So these little tents out here actually have pheromones in them. It's like a little rubber earplug or something of pheromone, and that attracts particular insects, and then he just keeps track of and counts those, watching for different numbers. When they get to a particular level or a particular number of insects, then he knows that it's time to treat for bugs, and then he knows exactly which one is really the pest at the time. So I'm just going to scan. I don't know, that sky is just so beautiful today. Just going to kind of scan around here. I'm actually just standing in a cranberry bed, so I'm down a little lower, so there's not really much to see right now. Panning over this way, there's the garden and the irrigation engine there. Oh, those deer flies. So the irrigation engine is actually hooked up to a reservoir. It's about 200 acres or so, and that's what feeds the whole system of irrigation pipes and whatnot. And then it also feeds into these ditches here for flooding in the fall. Oh, I just can't wait to show you guys pictures of cranberry harvest. It's just so beautiful, and it's a lot of work, but it's just a lot of fun to be a part of that. So that'll be coming in probably September and October. But so this is just one of the ditches here, and there's ditches like this all around the marsh. They just kind of they just feed one into the next one, and there's dog legs off of each one just so that they can, and bulkheads and everything. Dog legs come off of the irrigation pipe, and the bulkheads are in the sides of all these ditches, feeding water to the cranberry beds. So Emily just roped me in to help her do some more horse chores. I just thought I got out of it this weekend, but I'm back into it again. It's not a big deal. I just have to hold a gate. But last time I held the gate, a horse got out. So here's what we're going to do. I'm supposed to motion to her somehow, letting her know when she's close enough, and then she's going to dump the water. That wasn't so bad. A little bit further forward. Forward. Excellent. Oh. And it looks like it's pretty much full. Here's another view. Just kind of looking over the lower part of the marsh. One of the coolest parts of being out here on the marsh is just all the wildlife. I think I just saw that dragonfly, and there's just always so much wildlife around here.
I'm going around here.
I mean, so much that sometimes it actually kind of gets in the way a little bit. The deer put a lot of pressure, or the deer were putting a lot of pressure on the cranberries and the cranberry vines before we got this woven wire fence put up last fall. That helps a lot. But there are a lot of other beautiful animals. The geese, sandhill cranes, muskrats. They're all really beautiful, cute, depending on which creature we're talking about. But a lot of them do definitely cause damage too. It's just always such a delicate balance trying to grow a crop and living with the wildlife. I'm going to take you down to our newest plantings, and one of these beds is 3 years old and one is 2 years old, so you'll get a little view of a younger bed. That's what we call a section of cranberries. It's called a cranberry bed. I know out east they oftentimes call them the bogs, but for the most part here in Wisconsin I think we tend to call them beds, cranberry beds. So let's go have a look. I'm standing in a 2-year-old cranberry bed, and I don't know if you could tell from the more mature bed that I showed earlier. This one, the vines are a lot thinner. You can actually still see the sand. That's the base for growing cranberries, and the crop is lighter as well. This bed will actually get harvested this year, just because for a 2-year-old there is a sizable crop, and every berry counts. Just a little thinner vines on a new bed. Here's a look at the reservoir that feeds, like I said earlier, it's our water supply for irrigating and for flooding and for cranberry harvest, and even for my garden. swimming and tubing and fishing and trapping and duck hunting. It's just really a huge source of entertainment. Here you can see the deer fence that I talked about before. So there you have it, a little walk around the Cranberry Marsh. I got pulled away and had to end that quick because I actually had potatoes in the oven. One of my kids was yelling that the timer was going off. Hopefully I'll take you on another tour of the Cranberry Marsh soon, when the fruit is pretty much full-sized and turning bright red. If you do have any questions about cranberry growing, cranberry marshes, cranberries, cranberry recipes, just about anything cranberry, please add it in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer your questions and maybe even do a little video Q&A all about cranberries. Thanks for watching again.